But actually, when you got a show.
With me, Lord. Walk with me. Walk with me. Walk with me. All alone.
She's singing.
There keep going. Jesus, walk with me. Won't you lead me, Jesus, where you have me go? Lead me, Jesus, where you have me go.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Carl Wright.
Tell us
I am
the year
73 years old, born 1949. I am a Wright. I have two brothers older than I am, which I'm not, at the time I can talk about it now. And then me and my sister Pat and Rochelle and so forth down the line. In our hometown, we hadn't seen our cousin in a long, long time. We didn't know about no aunts, no cousins. Their mama never took them. And the girl I called myself liking was the mama made me go up to the door and knock. We go to our aunt house today, we go up there and like, you get up there, Carl, you knock. I went up there and knocked on the screen, so the screen was open, so I pulled the screen open and knocked on the door. And the first one came out the door was my cousin. I said, oh, cousin, mama, that be knocking up here on these people's doors. These ain't no kin to her. I like that girl. And I couldn't say nothing to my mama. I couldn't tell her that. She looked at me and I looked at her. We know what time of day it was. She said, oh, you my cousin? I said, I guess, I don't know. I didn't want to be a cousin. Yeah, I didn't want to be no damn cousin. I wanted to, go ahead on with it. I couldn't let that find that we was cousins. So then, they were talking about, it was, Mama talking about joining the church. Mama ain't talking about joining no church till she got on sometimes. They talking about we going down to the church. I go down to church for what? Pat Devon had one of them cotton sacks on with the arm, with the pillar up here, you cut the arm would cut out, and the neck would cut out. The Kroger sack the same way. And they used to laugh because we had shit, So, but anyway, we went on down there and got baptized in nasty, dirty water. And the girl said, is you really my cousin? I said, I don't think so. I said, that's what my mama said. We got to see, because I don't want to be doing that with my cousin. I said, yeah, me too. I said, but we could try it one time and see if we could. And so I couldn't get, she wouldn't let me try it. So on down the road, the piece later on down the road, we found out that we were truly cousins. When I came to Fort Wayne, we come from that sugar shack down south on them dusty roads, gravel. Me and my sister came one time and then we went back. But the second time I came to Fort Wayne, my mama and my stepdad used to get into it all the time. And he ended up breaking my mama's arm and her finger, her nose and all that. And so the second time I come, they called Aunt Willie and them down to get me, and they were living in Westfield. And because I had shot at my stepfather, so you were supposed to shoot in the city limits. So they put me in the trunk of a car and brought me to Fort Wayne, Indiana, which I stayed for a year and I went back home. We came in the 60s. And then I went to school at Central. Once Mama got on welfare and stuff, I went to school at Central and I learned what little I could, which wasn't too much. My main concern was I had been watching them girls at school. That's all my mind was on. I had a couple of hits down south, but I said, goodness, man. I had to, take it out and see what was happening. But before we moved from Missouri, There was a girl named Louise Jameson. I never will forget her. And she was in high school. And she was coming out to her mama, let me get in the window. And she had the key. And we were round house a couple of times, you know, it was pretty good. And I hit that about 3 or 4 times. And then I came to Fort Wayne. Man, it was just wide open, scattered everywhere. I didn't learn a darn thing in school. I didn't know how to read, write, or nothing, but I know about that girl, because that's what I was on. And I played basketball for Central, and then, you know, I got older and everything, got my job and everything, and then my pimping game came from an old man named Speck. I kept seeing him ride around in that Cadillac, the Bill, and I said, you know, I don't never see him working. So I said, what he do? He said, the old guy told me he's a pimp. I didn't know what a pimp was. He said, a pimp got ladies that they don't have, they take care of their man. I said, how many he got? I said, he got a few. That's what the man told me. He said, the pimping gang is rough, man. He said, you got to deal with all kind of women. I said, I got to deal with all kind of women. I began to talk to the girls and everything, and, you know, they liked my eyes. I said, oh, that's a point right there. Next thing I know, she was hanging on this arm. And I said, yeah. She said, I'm going to take care of you. I said, what that mean, you know? She said, I'm going to be your girlfriend. I said, you know, I said, that's nice. I said, but what if I want, you know, another girlfriend? She said, I can deal with that. Oh, you can? This started my pimping. I didn't know nothing about the pimping. Old man told me, say, I see, nigga, you got 2 on your arm. So you need to let them ride. I said, what you mean? He said, they got to do what you said do. You daddy. I ended up with, I had 7 girls on the street working, and I had 8 girls in office job, which was downtown. I took a briefcase downtown. Like I was a lawyer and a cop down there. And I couldn't read a lick. But that tell you, I knew enough to get the head of that woman. And went on from there. So yeah, I had them girls was working out of the office. They were working in the courthouse. They was working. Here's what happened when you got girls working in the office downtown. It's after work. You'll get to what you're gonna do doing work. After it's when you take care of business. See, they would let me know when they got off of work. They would let me know what type of day, cause I was daddy. I had to know what's going on. Because if it wasn't right, you got to make it right. My money had to be right at all times, not no one time. I had 5 cars paid for. I had 2 houses and an apartment paid for. You know, they worked the downtown. And other girls, they worked on the street where I was. Like Mommy was right up the street. Mommy was the host role. That's where, and one of my girls tried to leave one time. She goes, just leave. I said, you gonna leave? And so she was out there calling herself out there, and another guy, how like she was horning for him. I said, come here. I'm not coming, Daddy. I had 2 bulldogs that I had, they were my bodyguard. I told that bulldog, I said, get up. That bulldog got out with the whoopers on their head. See, I'm sorry, Daddy. I said, no. Look. When I went to Detroit and Chicago and Ohio, I never drove. My girls drove. And they made sure my money was right. I'm daddy. That's right. They took care of them. They stayed in one room and I stayed in another room. Now, when I want to take care of my business with a new girl or with one of them, that's what happened. Yeah. But the pimping game was on. The pimping game played a big part in my life. From Ohio, Chicago, Detroit, Washington, played a big part in my life because I didn't know nothing. I didn't have no money, no education. That's all I know how to do. So at the time, I let my looks take me to get this money. I pimped for. I got married.
You got married while you was pimping?
Yeah, I got married.
Ain't that's one of the rules?
What, married?
Yeah, you
No,
can't get married if you
that's
pimp.
my private stock. That's my private stock. See, you got a private stock and you got a stock. Your stock is the group of all your women. Then you got a private stock. I had 2 women in my stock. Time I walk in the place, they said $500 off the jump. I walked to Ohio down to Lima. I took 3 of my girls down there. Before I could get in the door of the pool room, that's $1,500. Here's the good, when you tripping, stop. That's my people downtown. They work that.
Oh.
Private stock is the one I take with me when I got to go and I want to get this money and I know what's happening. See, 412 downtown at the time was a bar where the police went. My girl sold motels to the police than it was the one on the streets. Yeah, I had it made like that. I had 2 jerseys that I was working for. Yes, sir.
So it was okay to be married and still pimp?
I did it. In the pimping game, you have to be careful because you got other guys that they was trying to get in the game. So a girl would come in into the stop to try to figure out what we was doing. So you had to be careful how you send your girls out and let them roll. Cause see, I was around the corner, so all I had to do was go around the corner and make sure, and then I had 2 other people that were working with me to make sure my stock and my move was right. Because see, when I was married, on that married thing, you know, I couldn't stop doing what I was doing. You know, she never seen me in the bed with now one of my ladies. All she know that they said I had some ladies. That's all she knew. She ain't never caught me in the bed with nobody. Yeah, I had my women, sure did. I had a bunch of them. Not only in Fort Wayne, I had some in Ohio, I had some in Detroit. I got 2 twins out of Detroit shooting dice. I wasn't a Rolling Stone, I just know what I had to do. I had to make money. I didn't have no time to sit around discussing business with you. When we wanted something, we took it, the money there, we got what we want, and we booked. When we opened that nightclub on Pontiac, we opened that nightclub up, we gave in there and gave that man $1,000. We bought that whole building upstairs. Well, they was in Fort Wayne. This pimp come down with these 2 twins, but he had no idea of gambling. I didn't gamble. So, old man asked me, another old pimp asked me, said, you want them 2 girls? I said, yeah, I want them. He said, I'm gonna hit this nigga 7 times and get them girls and you go. He told that they, you know how you shoot dice at a coin? Had a coin. Shoot dice at a coin. And you drop the coin out, throw it out. That joker kicked that dice out and hit 7 licks. I said, come here. Time for y'all to make money. And got them twins, I kept them twins for 2 years. And they sent that nigga back without nothing. That nigga, those shoes he had on was checker. When he left over here was evil, cause we didn't play no game. We pimp and we hustle. The hustling, pimping ain't nothing but a good hustle. If you got a good hustle ability about you, you can make you some money. Everybody wants the young boys around here sitting on these old ladies, they want some dick. They want some hard dick. And not to excuse the expression, but that's the thing. Talking about pimping all over the world. They've been doing things way before I started. The thing about it is, people don't want to recognize it because they said, oh, that's just a man, that's this, a man, that's that. Well, what about when the lady pimping? They ain't said nothing about the lady pimping. She got 9 kids and getting a food stamp, welfare. She got income coming in. She working. All I did was just picked up the check. That's all I did. I just picked the check up. That's all I did. You know, my name was on it. I had to cash it. So I did what a man's supposed to do. I was out to make money. I wasn't playing no game. I had got tired. When I was coming up, man, I came up rough with nothing. I didn't have no clothes, no shoes, no car, no nothing. And I had opportunity knocking and I wasn't gonna take it. Oh no. Oh no. I went my limit and I did real well at the time, but sometimes people don't understand, and people said this here back in the day, independent didn't have no barriers on this or that. They just want to get a house or get an apartment, yeah, but it wasn't independent. Right now, you talk to a lady now, and she's independent, and you ain't got nothing. What you got to put on the table? Nothing. So you can get on out my pay. That's the way you do. But back in the day, it was none of that. It was about business.
Father God.